Well, welcome to the Steve Clifton podcast. I am Steve Clifton. He is I is him. How are you doing? What's going on? I don't know. It's Monday, February 28th here in the great state of Texas. Texas. It's been icing. It'll ice like one day and then it's like 70. And then it's ice again. You know, Texas. I mean, why am I talking weather? You know I hate weather talk. I hate weather talk. Straight generic weather talk. How you doing? It's going to be a bad one outside today. Anyways, it's February 6th, 28th. February was leap year, right? Isn't this the year where was only like tomorrow's March? First off, who's the first one to ever figure that out? When was that? You know what? We're just going to cut that date. We don't need those days. I don't know. Anyways, you can hit me up on Facebook at Steve Clifton Podcast. I'm on Twitter at SC_podcast 2021. You hit me up on the TikTok at Steve_Clifton. Man, I got all these now. Now I got Twitch, the Clifford_comedy mobile stream glitch. Shout out to JP_easy, my producer / writer. Follow him on his Twitch. That's JP_easy. He's gonna be twitching some live video games here pretty soon on his channel. He's just starting it up. He's a young entrepreneur. Anyways, he just started his up. So hit him up, JP_easy. What's the game you're playing right now? Dark Souls 4? Is that what you're playing? Some game I never play, you know. Elden Ring, that's it. How dare I say it? Elden Ring. So yeah, follow him, JP_easy. He'd be throwing down some Elden Ring. I was watching him last night. It's pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't play it. It's kind of like open world style like GTA, but you know, wizard stuff, throwing magic at spells at people and collecting this and I don't know, whatever they do, flip cards over, build things. I don't know, all that stuff I wouldn't do, but it looks pretty cool. The graphics are awesome. I saw him fighting like a big bear and like a big lizard. So yeah, hit him up, JP_easy. Anyways, moving along here, we're gonna go to our open segment here. It's called What's Good in Your Hood? What's good in your hood? How was your week? What did you do? Did you do something fun? I told you to. First off, also we got the drink today of choice is a Coors Light. They're not my sponsor, but if they want to be, holler at me. In a mug my son got me. Anyways, is that redneck? In a mug my son got me that one year for Christmas. Generic dad gifts. Something that says dad. You can never go wrong. I'll send him something that says dad, you know? No, I love him. I got 2 or 3 of them. He always gives me good cups. Is that bad that my son gives me cups to drink liquor out of? That's showing something here. Anyways, I just noticed I got the Dallas Mavericks dancers right there for the year the Mavericks won it all. So what'd you do this week? Speaking of JP_easy, we went and played disc golf last week. I ain't played in a while. He ain't played in a while. It was good to get out in the wilderness, you know, get out in the trees and the bugs and all that stuff and throw some disc around, play some golf on my home course here where I live in the Colony, Texas. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Get out there and do that. I ain't thrown in a while. I forgot I can throw both ways. I can throw with both hands. I can throw left and right. It's a skill you have in disc golf. You can throw both hands. You can get different shots and stuff. We put a pretty good time. Some disc golf observations. These guys get into it, man. There's some guys out there with like bags that just yeah, Yeah, you did kill on the front nine, peasy. Yeah, these guys out there, they got bags that are like the professional dude. They got like 37 different golf disc or whatever in there, and they got like a radio hooked up to it with a speaker. They trick out. They can make them where like you could sit on them. I got like a little flimsy bag with like 3 discs that I've had forever. That's my style. Anyways, yeah, they really get into it. They got all kinds of awesome gear for those guys. Those chain heads. We saw a guy, yeah, they got them with wheels on it. You can roll it around. You can put a cooler in there. Dude, I want to make me one with a grill. You know, by hole 7, you'd be getting hungry. I want to be able to grill me a couple hot dogs or an Earl Campbell or something, you know. Tell me someone don't have one with a grill. I bet somebody has one with a grill. I'm gonna get one with some rims on it, some spinners. Riding around, and I'm getting it. Pull up. No, anyways, yeah, they really do, you know, get into the gear there, which is understandable. It's their hobby. We saw this guy that was like he exercised. He was just running the whole course. He'd run from one course, throw, didn't even aim, throw, let him go by. You know, he had a speaker outside. He wanted you to hear what he was listening to. That means that he had intent. Okay. He didn't care that he wanted to listen to his own music. He wanted to know what y'all were. He wanted to let us know that he was listening to 8 Mile, you know, Mom Spaghetti as he walked by past us. So anyways, we didn't make the whole 8 team. Japizzle there, JPZO, ooh, let me get it straight. Threw a disc in the water and couldn't get it out. Tried to fish it out with a stick because he's a professional. You know, this ain't his first rodeo or his last, and he couldn't get it. And then he had no choice but to. It's a sentimental disc. These guys, they're sentimental to their disc, you know. He said, I have no choice. I have to go down there and get it like it was his child. And he fell in. And we left it behind. Rest in peace. That disc. 2022. It was a good run. It was a good run, you know. He had a good run with that disc, you know, about 2 years. About 2 years. He's mad. He was soaking wet. Full got out of the water. Which way? The parking lot. Okay, I guess we're done. So, yeah, it's fun though. We'll go again. Pretty fun. If you hadn't disc golf, try it out. It's just, even if you don't really like it, you know, or you don't think you're gonna like it, just go with with a buddy and try it one time. Drink some beers, you know. It's just like regular golf, you know. You're really out there to get away from everything and just disappear. It's just you're throwing disc instead of hitting the balls. I mean, yeah. And then it's kind of, you make 1 or 2 baskets. It's pretty cool, dude. You try it out. So what else is going on here? Work's been going great. No one cares about your job. I've been getting a lot of that. Oh, you're the new guy from customers. Oh, you're the new guy. And I'm like, no, I've worked here for 25 years. You've never noticed me till now. No, I'm going to get there, Justin. Trust me. That's on the list. Japeezy, that's on the list. I don't know. I'm the new guy. My name's Steve. They're probably thinking they couldn't have picked a more generic white guy name than that. Steve. Anyways, same jokes as usual, you know. When something doesn't scan, does that mean I get it for free? You can try. Walk out the door, see what happens. I'll have to Ray Lewis you in the front yard. Nah, you can't do that. Anyways, yeah. We sell a lot of wine and cheese and crackers. A lot of wine and cheese and crackers, man. Who's eating all this cheese? I'm in on some crackers. I'm in on some cheeses, but man, we got some of these funky cheeses, man. I don't even know the fettas and goudas and gangstas and goat cheese and all kinds of weird stuff like you mix around. I don't even know how to even get into any of it, but they're eating a lot of cheese and wine. A lot of wine, especially women. I don't do reds, but this is a great Chardonnay. You don't do reds. What? what do you prefer? I'll drink anything over there that someone buys, and I'm there. I don't have a preference. Anyways, isn't it crazy now? You can go on, you can, and I know we've been doing this for years. You can go online and order stuff, and people can bring it to you. You can pick it up. They didn't have that when I was young. My mom made me wait till 9:30 at night when she got home from work to eat. Yeah, be hungry in a mug by 9:30. Couldn't DoorDash or Instacart no food. That'd have been awesome. Instacart a couple pizzas and anyways, I did find a nice good pulled pork from work though. $5.99 fed my whole family. Anyways, yeah, I'm Mr. Pulled Pork guy. I saw if we had pulled pork last night for dinner. Anyways, moving along to the next segment here, maybe. Girl Scout Mafia. Yeah, this talk about the Girl Scout mob, dude. I need some help. This is the prevention line. I need some help, man. I'm caught up in the Girl Scout Mafia. Does anybody sell Girl Scout cookies, or your family does? Whenever my wife first started selling them, I thought she might have been selling drugs because, like, she's meeting people in parking lots and, you know, come back with envelopes of money and being real suspicious. And people texting her, they'll take 3 of that lemon haze, and it's like they turned out to be Girl Scout cookies. And I learned that first year that basically when you're selling Girl Scout cookies, you're basically opening up to your own, you know, entrepreneurship. Basically, they're about letting you buy the cookies, you know, whatever, 1,000, whatever, and then you own them. Better get to selling. And if you don't sell them, you pay for them. You can sell them afterwards, but so a lot of times what happens, you know, with this, especially when you're a middle-class American in Texas and you live paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, maybe a little bit over, you borrow against it, you know, sometimes. You know, it's 3 days, 4 days before payday, and you want to go, you know, Saltgrass. You know, you borrow a little Girl Scout money that's in an envelope in there, you know, 20 there, 20 there, 20 there. And next thing you know, you owe $400 or so, something like that. I don't remember what she told me. Anyways, but the Girl Scout mob collects though. They send you that email with that final balance and it says you got to this day, and they don't mess around, dude. One year I forgot to pay. They came over here knocking on my front door. You know, they got like that 12th grade Girl Scout. She's going to come over here and threatening to shove some lemon haze and, you know, tag-alongs down my throat until I paid the money up. And they've been following me to work and everything, leaving cookies on my door. The Girl Scout mob don't mess around, man. I'm telling you, you got to pay the Girl Scout mob, dude. It'll come back to get you, though. So, but so yeah. So if you sell Girl Scout maybe cookies, or you got girls and you're thinking to get into it, it's a little mob activity going there, though. Feels like it. You can redistribute and distribute, and you can do online sales. We even take credit cards. You know what I'm saying? So you over here eating your tag-alongs, you just, you know, funded me and my wife to go eat and get some ice cream. So anyways, Girl Scout mob collects. I'm gonna get me the t-shirt that says Girl Scout mob. Girl Scout mob. Anyways, moving on. What's on your guys' mind? What's on your mind? This is a segment about random thoughts because we're human and we do that. Dude, I've been, the older I get, this is gonna sound like get off my lawn, which I talk about all the time. The older I get, the more I have no sympathy. Like my sympathy level is like draining, gone. I mean, I guess it's because you know, get off my lawn. Growing up in the 80s, like I did, you know, I was born in 78, but grew up in the 80s, you know, late 90s in that different, totally different environment of, you know, living. We didn't get to do a lot, you know, because it was kind of like my summer consisted of sitting there and playing video games and looking at the TV. I lived in an apartment complex. This is my whole life, so it wasn't a lot of like going in the backyard and playing. So, you know, So I don't have any sympathy for, these kids these days talking about, oh, I'm bored. Huh? You're bored. You got 4 things in your room connected to the internet. You're bored. You got sound systems on your, you get, dude, if I would be Dr. Dre, dude. My daughter's got like this app where like you can pick the drums and the beat and dude, if they didn't have, I had a keyboard with like missing keys, had missing keys, and like the light would still be there, so you could still play that note. You're over here talking about you're bored. Oh, you could be the next Dre in your room. Get out of here. So I mean, I guess my sympathy, not just on that, just on I've noticed like on other whenever people are complaining about something, or there's I've talked about this before, the vacation complainer, the person that posts on Facebook, oh my God, we've been on this cruise ship for 3 days. I can't believe they ain't stopped nowhere. You're on a cruise ship. You're on a cruise ship with free food, and you're complaining. And I'm over here. A Jack in the Box. One of my tacos is soft, and they put no lettuce on it. You over here. I ain't trying to, so I don't have no sympathy anymore. I'm trying to regain some sympathy, or maybe, I don't know. I needed to work on it a little bit. I guess I need to work on get some sympathy, especially with my daughter, because like it ain't her fault. She grows up. See, this is why. Tell them no. These kids don't get told no like we do. No was a big word in my house. You couldn't even get half the sentence out. No. Can we go to no? What about no? Am I gonna go to school tomorrow? No. So anyways, moving along. If you guys, is this the first time you've ever watched this? This is the first time you've ever tuned into the Steve Clifford podcast, which we got an announcement at the very end here. This is the first time you've ever listened to the Steve Clifton podcast. That's called a tease, by the way. Get to the announcement last. Listen to too much radio. I don't know. Anyways, my daughter's obsessed with BTS. It's a Asian boy band. They're from South Korea. And I mean obsessed. I'm talking about she owns everything they own. Well, I wish, but we got posters and it's usual. It's normal. I mean, I get it. I was that age. I like something. The only difference was we didn't have any money, and I didn't. My wall looked like nothing. I used to get a free poster every once in a while. Somebody would like rearrange their room. Like, Clifton, you want this poster? Yeah, I'll take it. That recycled poster, though, is what I got. Anyways, I love those recycled posters. I was like, why would they want to get rid of Mortal Kombat? She's obsessed with these dudes. I don't know. It's weird. I was never really that obsessed with anything. Anyways, moving along here. I don't know. I'm rambling. Ladies. The ladies listening. There ain't no ladies listening. If there was any ladies listening, I would say, ladies, you're out there trying to figure out what kind of man you want, or what to trying to figure out. You're dating this guy and you can't really figure it out. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a little expertise advice here from Clifford. See how he orders his hamburger. If he's 42 years old and y'all go to the restaurant, y'all are at Chili's enjoying y'all's nice second date, and he orders a burger with no cheese, just ketchup only. No, sir. He just moved out of his mom's house, if he still might live there. Can I get a burger with ketchup? Can I get ketchup only? Sir, would you like onions and tomatoes? No, just meat, bun, ketchup. Run. You don't want no guy that just wants ketchup only on his burgers, man. Even I got that small palate. But still, put some cheese on there, some lettuce, man, to enjoy it. You're like, dude, they made these plants for eat a tomato on there, bro. Man, mix in some mayonnaise. Change it up every once in a while. You never know, you might like some mustard. I guess I could go the other way though. If you go on a date with a guy and he orders like, I'll take everything. and bacon and this and can you put some mushrooms on there? And he gets the burger. And it's like, I don't know. You got to find an even medium guy burger. You know what I'm saying? Probably like, I'll take the burger with cheese. Yeah, of course. What do you want on it? Lettuce, tomatoes, bacon, the usual. Get one of those guys. Okay. Ketchup only. I seen a guy order a ketchup only burger and then can I have some ketchup and then dip it in ketchup. Crazy. What else is on my mind? VR codes. it's on my notes here. VR codes. Well, I don't do VR codes well. I need to. Is there a class where I can be a VR code? They teach you. We're moving to a VR code world, especially because of COVID. That even increased the VR code world. You ever go to a restaurant now, Chili's, on your second date, and be like, oh, you can scan the QR code for the menu. No, I want a menu. Give me a real menu. VR code. It never works for me. I'm always like, I look like that. If you're listening on Spotify, I'm acting out what it looks like. I can't do QR codes. It never works on my phone. I take a picture of the QR code. It's what ends up happening to me. I don't like. They got my church has QR codes. It's crazy. They have QR codes everywhere, dude. Pretty soon it's gonna be like seriously, those QR codes in the stall of the bathroom. Just a whole bunch of wall, like, you scan one, it's a painter. You scan one, it's a QR. Yeah. Oh, what I say? VR? QR. Yeah. I'm redneck. See, that's probably why I can't. That's probably why I can't do it, because I can't even spell it. Look at JP Easy being producing live on air. JP Easy, thank you, producing live on air. He knows me. Yeah. QR codes. What I say? VR? QR codes. There's QR codes everywhere, dude. They're going to be in the bathroom stalls. I'm telling you. You can scan one and find out about insurance in your local area, or scan one and, I don't know, order you some cheese sticks from the stall. Anyways, they're coming everywhere, dude. And I can't even spell them, and it's 2 letters. What else I got on my notes here? Have you done your taxes yet? Have you done your taxes yet? People that get money back ask, if you don't get any money back, you never ask anybody that question. You don't care. But if you know people that get money back, have you done your taxes yet? Dude, whenever you're like middle class, or I would probably say lower middle class. I don't know. Especially with that attitude. Anyways, whenever that income tax check that's the poor man lottery. When you be checking your account, you be spending it before you even get it. You be having conversations with your family. Oh, when we get that income tax check, we're not going to Chili's. We're going to Sawgrass. We're going to go from lower to middle. You know what I'm saying? Poor man's lottery, dude. I love income tax season, dude. I can't wait to get mine. Especially since I had to pay that Girl Scout Mafia back. Yeah, they're going to help me. I got to pay that Girl Scout Mafia back with my income tax check for show. Yeah, I'll be spending it before I even get it, I'll be looking at shoes I'm going to get. It's always been a big deal, even since I was little. I remember when I was little, my mom used to do the same thing. I can't wait to do taxes. That's the reason why I had these kids. So can't wait to get mine back. It'll be gone as soon as I get it, though. Because I got that, I got that consumption anxiety. We talked about that before on earlier episodes. I got that consumption anxiety. So anytime I have a lot of something or nothing, I get an anxiety. A medium is hard to find for me. You get all that money in the bank and we should stop eating out. It's like, really? You ain't ate out all year, These are the things that go through your head at nighttime whenever you have anxiety. So anyways, I'm looking forward to mine though, because I'm tired of eating Chili's burgers with ketchup. And no, I'm not a ketchup burger guy, dude. I'm a man. I'm a grown ass. I'm getting food on. I put an avocado on there sometime. I'll sneak an avocado or a slice of bacon up on there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no ketchup guy. Get out of here with that. All right, moving along to the next segment. This segment is called This or That. Or we could call it Which One Would You? Would you? I don't know. It's one of those. It's basically where you're debating on one thing against the other. I don't know. We'll go with it if the segment sucks. There's only like 6 of y'all listening anyways. One of y'all tell me. This is called This or That. Which one would you? So this is like a debate thing there. You know, I think all your friends get into debates. You know, I actually might change one of these on the fly. Like for instance, like chili. Are you a no beans guy or a beans guy on your chili? I'll let you think about it for a second while I take a drink of beer. Are you beans in your chili or no beans? I think honestly, I stand in the middle. I'm like, I'll eat it wherever. I will say though, like if I'm eating a hot dog, I don't want necessarily that chili to have beans on it. To me, that's a little weird. Beans on hot dogs. You know, that's like eating pour on pour. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have just one pour. You can't mix beans on hot dogs. It's like that's depressing. Like it's only 2 things I can eat, not eat them together. I don't know. Beans don't go on hot dogs. Okay. If I go to a party and it's the chili there and there's a chili there and it doesn't have any beans, I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna eat that because it has no beans. You know, I make some good chilies either way. At our house, my wife, personally growing up, you know, since they're the boss of the houses. Anyways, I'm the boss here. Anyways, we go with 3 different kinds of beans: northern beans, black beans. Sound like Forrest Gump over here. Great purple bean, and we put 3 or 4 different kind of beans in there for sure, and it's good. I mean, honestly, I don't have enough teeth to chew enough beans. I end up swallowing them anyway, so I know that's TMI, but some good cornbread, mix it up in there, put a little sour cream, stir it around, you know, and maybe even an avocado on top, sprinkle it. Anyways, yeah, I'll go either way. You know, I'll go either way with beans. What's y'all's bean preference? Down here in the comments on write your bean preference. What's your bean preference? Beans or no beans? Acquiring minds want to know. I got 2 more. This one I kind of thought of on the fly here. Since we got Peasy on live today, executive producing. So when you go to a restaurant and you order cheese sticks and you have to pick either ranch or marinara, you can't get both. You have to pick one. Which one you going with? I'll take another drink while you're thinking about that. All these segments are really for me just a drink. Man, this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna go ranch. Is that a shocker? Did anybody knows me? I'm not hating on marinara though, because I've gone to some restaurants where their marinara sauce is bomb, right? But if you're gonna make me pick one, I'm gonna go ranch. But I don't hate on marinara. I think maybe one of the best places to get cheese sticks is Sonic, believe it or not. And their marinara is horrible. It's like in a package. Maybe that's where in my brain where I'm thinking, you know, leaning towards ranch there. But if you're gonna get cheese sticks, you're gonna get ranch, dude. Denny's, cheese sticks, ranch. We used to get 2 ranches, no marinara, man. All right. I think I'm just gonna go with those 2. The other one's kind of thing. All right, we're up here to the last segment here. This is the Alive at 5 segment, you know, because it's, you know, it's great to be alive today and talk to you. So we should celebrate, you know, being alive together. Anyways, this is a top 5 list. I just added a funky name to because everybody does top 5 list and I wanted to be different. Okay. I mean, look at me. I look like a naked mole rat that just like got out of jail, found a Mario shirt, just jumped on the screen. But anyways, the Alive at 5 where we pick today, we're gonna go today on the Alive at 5 for the top 5 segment. We're gonna go old school foods, and we're gonna talk about my top 5 favorite hamburger helpers. If you're a youngster, or if you grew up with money, Google hamburger helper. Hamburger helper came out. I did some research on this last night. I don't know if that makes me like fat, that I'm researching food instead of like things that would better my life. But since it's for the podcast, and I love you guys, I'm chalking it up to that. Hamburger helper is basically a box substitute meal that was invented in late 70s. That consists of a couple of proteins and a sauce that you mix with whatever your choice of meat. In America, that's hamburger helper. Hamburger helper. Hamburger, hemi is what you use. Cow. I have had a couple uncles, those hunting uncles, that disappear like November, December, and January, and then they come back with live animals in their freezer. Mix in some squirrel. I've had squirrel hamburger helper. Yeah, I have. I've had deer hamburger helper, deer hamburger helper, deer meat, rabbit hamburger helper. Anyways, it's supposed to be hamburger meat, dude. Don't be doing that to your kids. All right, so and it had different varieties. They switched up. They grew as a company and they had different ones. So it was kind of hard. This list was easy picking the top two. After that, I needed some help. Me and Peasy went over it, in our production meeting last night. So number 5, I'm gonna go chicken fried rice. And that was later in the game. That was later in the hamburger helper game. See, look, it's pretty bad that I know the history of hamburger helper. This is probably the chicken fried rice hamburger helper didn't come out into the 90s. Chicken blew up in the 90s. It's going to be, we got to eat more chicken. So like they said, okay, we'll make some chicken hamburger. It was chicken fried rice and it was decent. It was pretty flavorful. It was easy. If you can read, you can make it. Okay. Even if you couldn't read, you can make it. You put it all in the pan, it starts bubbling, you turn it off. Number 5, chicken fried rice. Pretty good. Buy you some egg rolls. Okay. Poor man's Chinese food, less than $5. Number 4, I had to really think deep about this one, but I'm going to go lasagna. The lasagna one was decent. That was in the late 80s. I'm going to go probably 87, 88 when the lasagna one came out. And that one was pretty decent because, like, it's better than making lasagna and doing layer. You just the hamburger helper lasagna. You grabbed some meat, you drained it, you put the noodles in there, and it had the same sauce, and it tasted like it. And you got some Texas toast, and once again, you ate for under $5. Okay, the lasagna one was good. It had like the long noodles in there that wouldn't completely disappear, but it would like just lay on top of it. It really wasn't lasagna. It was more like soup with noodles on top, but it was bomb whenever you walked home from school in the rain. Okay. And you opened the door and your mom already had it going. You could smell it and the steam was coming off of it. It was good, dude. Lasagna. Number 3. All right. Top 5 hamburger helpers. 5, chicken fried rice. 4, lasagna. 3, tuna helper. I know I'm going to get some hate on this. Tuna helper. Ew, gross. Dude, the tuna helper was bomb, bro. Tuna helper was an early 90s one. It was before chicken because we wanted to make sure we ate fish first. And then we ran through that, and now we're trying chicken. It was like 93, 94, the tuna helper came out. Basically, it's the same concept, except you put tuna in there. So it's a cold dish. Actually, there were some warm ones. Ooh, warm tuna, you're thinking about it. I know, the warm tuna one's the bomb. Yeah, there's cold ones and warm ones where you just mix tuna fish with the noodles and whatever little, fake little spices that they rolled up in there, and you mix around. The tuna helper was good. You can make a tuna helper sandwich if you get the cold one. The warm one was good too. The warm tuna one was good. It had like noodles and the tuna. You kind of threw it in there. And I think it was more a little creamier. Tuna helper one was the bomb, bro. It was a change. It was easy. It was cheap too. A box of tuna helper is $1. A box of tuna is 25 cents. Get you a 6-pack of Shasta for $1, and you've ate for less than $2. And then you can spend the other $8 at Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? Rent you a game for $2. You and your brother fought over which game you're going to pick. Anyways, that's for another episode. All right, we're going top 5 hamburger helpers of all time. 5 chicken fried rice, 4 lasagna, the bomb, 3 tuna helper, got to have it. Number 2, I'm going to go original mac and cheese, the OG, the first one. Okay. I'm going to go the first one. The first one they ever made out. Just basically is hamburger meat. You drain it. It's got cheddar cheese, powdered sauce, which turns into a liquid. It's macaroni and cheese with hamburger meat in it is what it is. You know, it's the original one. And your mom, this is the one your mom would get the most creative with because it's the OG, and she would throw different things in there. She would add the extra cheddar, you know. We're going to do turkey meat this week and try it. It's going to be leaner, you know, or, you know, try everything, you know, in the OG, you try that, add stuff, you know. Sometimes you try to go too far and add like sriracha or, you know, green beans or carrots. Don't do that. Don't do that. But the original mac and cheese went hard, dude. The original mac and cheese went hard, dude. The original mac and cheese was actually, you know what? The original mac and cheese was better the next day. After it sat in the microwave, after it sat in the refrigerator all night in the little, you know, 80s Tupperware. That's another podcast topic from the Tupperware party, Tupperware dish, those 80s hardcore. Nothing could get inside this dish that you could also knock a, you know, intruder out with. Tupperware dish. My mom would put the leftover cheeseburger macaroni in, and then the next day, after it sat in the refrigerator all night and everything ran together, and you warm it up. I want to go make some now just to do that. So good, dude. You can make a sandwich out of that too. We made a lot of sandwiches out of everything in the 80s. All right, keep going. We're at 11.5, top 5 hamburger helpers. Number 5, chicken fried rice. Got to have it. 4, lasagna. Don't try it. Don't hate it until you try it. Number 3, tuna helper. Tuna's good. Number 2, mac and cheese original. Before we get to number 1, let's bring the room down a little bit and let's talk about the one I hated the most. That's the potato stroganoff one. It's like the scallop potato, little thin scallop potato one that they tried to make. I think it was like the second or third one they tried. Never stuck on. I don't think they did enough research this in the lab because it seemed like none of the ingredients mixed. Right? It's like the powder substance didn't match the potatoes. It was like, I hated when my mom got that one. I was like, oh no, must have been out of the other ones. Potato, it wasn't any good. Like the liquid never would get thick. Even the next day, it still was runny. Pass. Okay, so let's regroup one more time. Top 5, 11.5 hamburger helpers, 5 chicken fried rice, 4 lasagna, 3 tuna helper, 2 original mac and cheese. And I'm going chalk on this one for number 1. I'm flipping my book. Number 1 is going to be what? Beef stroganoff. Duh. Why are we even talking about it? Beef stroganoff is definitely the number 1 hamburger helper of all time. It's the Michael Jordan of hamburger helpers. Okay. LeBron's the mac and cheese. Michael J is the beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff's the Michael J of hamburger helpers, dude. It's the best one, no matter what. You could eat it you could eat it 3 days in a row. Every day would be like, I'm still good. I'm still good. It's the best one, dude. They nailed that one. Okay. Yeah. They nailed that one. I think the reason why they nailed that one the most is because that one it gave you the basic of cooking with it. You could add so much stuff to that one, man. You could add mushrooms on top, sliced mushrooms on top of that one. You know, if you had a date over, your dad had a date over, you're trying to get like a stepmom or something, he would put some sliced mushrooms up on there, make it a little bit more fancier, like it was a restaurant or something. Yeah, you could add stuff to that one easier. Green onions, you know, and then like a cream sauce in there that you put in there last. Don't put it in there in the first. You got to make sure everything else cooks first, and then you put that cream sauce in the middle there, and you mix it up. Just the sound it makes when it mixes, I can hear it right now. So good, dude. So good. Get you some toast. Beef stroganoff is definitely the Michael Jordan of hamburger helpers. I've had it so many times. you know. But nobody in my house would eat any of that. They won't eat any of that. It's gross. Huh? Good. I think what I need to do is just make me a box and just eat it one day on the air. You know, we can discuss how good it is. It's so good. It's so warm, and it's just like they picked the perfect noodle. You know, they were in the hamburger helper lab, and thought hard on this one. They picked the perfect noodle. You know, they didn't pick with a smaller noodle or a harder noodle. Not to get into noodle talk, but they picked the perfect noodle. It's got the perfect combination of sauce. It's by far the best one. So, anyways, all right. So we're down to the before we get off here, we got a special announcement here. Something I've been thinking about here for a while. You know, when I started this podcast, I started because, you know, I did stand up, and all these comedians would always say, "Hey, can you be on my podcast? Hey, can you be on my podcast?" And I got so excited, and none of them would ever, you know, come through and answer. And I did one or two, but it's like, I'm going to do my own here. And whenever I first did it, I didn't really think it out a lot. I just, you know, on a whim it one day. It's like, I'm just going to do it, and just hooked a set of earbuds up to my laptop and drank too many beers and just did it. And now that I've been doing it for a while, I really enjoy it, and I want to keep doing it. And I need to change. I'm basically, what I'm saying is I'm changing the name of the podcast. It's no longer going to be called the Steve Clifton Podcast. It's going to be called the Undiagnosed Podcast. Undiagnosed is what it's going to be called. The reason why is I've said something that I've been thinking about for a while there. You know, like we said, like I talk a lot about my show, you know, is it my bringing up 70s and 80s. And I told you today, no sympathy, you know. And I think us 80s kids, especially that lived in middle-aged America, Texas, we working, barely making a living. Sometimes you have insurance, sometimes you don't, you know. And there's a, you know, I broke my collarbone and never went to the doctor. Literally, I broke my collarbone playing football, and then later was going there for some scoliosis or something check, and found out I broke my collarbone. I'm undiagnosed. I probably have ADHD. I just don't go to the doctor, you know. I just stay undiagnosed. I just like I live that. I don't know. If I don't know, then why do I gotta know? I want to know if I know. I guess, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. You know. What did he just say? Anyways, it's gonna be called the Undiagnosed Podcast. Same kind of thing's gonna be going on. Just want a different name. You know, when you're talking to people in public and they're like, "What are you doing today?" "I want to record my podcast." "Oh, cool. What's the name of it?" Steve Clifton Podcast. No one remembers that. You know, people are horrible with names. I'm horrible with names. I'm not going to remember that. I'm just here to buy my, you know, bread or whatever. So trying to think of something a little bit, you know, rememberable. You know, this coming from a guy that can't even spell QRVR. So that's why I have a team. They'll help me spell check stuff. So yeah, the Undiagnosed Podcast, which means I'm going to have to change all my logos. And I don't know. I'm thinking about leaving all my email addresses and all that the same anyways, because no one sends me anything. So, but that's a podcast this week. Like I said, did it on Twitch today. I got one viewer, and that was my producer. So that's fine. It's actually producing on the fly. Look, we were caught up with technology here, guys. Thanks to my production team, me, for changing my production value up here today. Thanks for my bartender, which is also me. My cameraman, what's up, Steve? My video and audio visual tech, Steve Clifton. Hold on, he's right here. Let me get it. Oh, that's also me. So, anyways, one of these days. Anyways, you guys have a fun week. Do something fun and memorable, you know. And if you do, don't get in trouble, pulled over for, you know, running the red light or whatever you're doing, man. Be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling on me. I ain't got no time for this. I got a job now. You know what I'm saying? Got the Girl Scout Mafia after me. So if I don't hear from y'all next week, you know, I'm stuffed in a Girl Scouts closet somewhere. You know, one of them's working on getting their hostage badge. And come find me. Look me up. Anyways, y'all have a good one. That's the podcast. Now I'm mumbling. Hey, guy.